This is Whitney with the Yoga Art Space Studio. And today we've got an aerial yoga practice with an intention of gratitude, helping us to experience a lot of thankfulness for all the various parts of our body that we have. We'll be moving and stretching all around our body so that we get a chance to simply feel it all, be with it all, and be grateful for it all. And so with that simple idea of gratitude to lead us on, let's start off inside of our fabric. Grab the front edge, wave it left and right. Hook your thumbs, take about 5 grips of fabric. Head under the plumb line to come all the way in. Head into our Shavasana, head in, legs in. Simply lay back for a few wonderful moments. Feel the breath flowing into your lungs, even all the way down into the belly expanding to create space for the lungs. And take a moment to feel grateful for all this air that's helping us to have the energy that our cells need. Grateful for this breath, grateful for this day of life. So take another huge inhale. And then with our exhale, arms start to stretch all the way to the back wall. Shoulders go right. Shoulders go left. Another time to each direction. And returning back through the center, enjoy another huge inhale. Another good exhale. And then from here, we're taking a few simple leg stretches. Take your right knee into the chest. Hug your hands around that knee. Do a few nice ankle rolls. And then right leg stretches up to the sky. Help to pull it up as deep as it's willing to go. Hook that heel on the back left part of the fabric. Slide that right shin in. Another good inhale and exhale. Free out this leg, drop it down. Second side, left knee into the chest, a few nice ankle rolls. Leg stretches all the way up to the sky. Hook the heel, slide this left shin in. Enjoy another wonderful inhale. And exhale, free out this leg, drop it down. Kick the feet free off the front. And let's go right into an inversion. Hook the thumbs on the fabric behind you, bring it to the back side of the belt line. Lean back, regrouping on. And then from here, the legs go wide as you tilt back, wrap the ankles. Then you're safe to simply hang upside down. Start to have gratitude for the spine. All the work it does all day long to carry us through our life. And let the spine have this relief here. Gravity getting this wonderful chance to pull the spine extra long. So make sure that your hands are not impeding the movement. So if you need to bring the arms out to the sides or simply drape them down, any of this is fine as long as you're not pressing against the ground. We're trying to get the spine to go long. So here, simply breathe. Starting to open up the shoulders and the body for a nice twist. Take the left hand in front of you, the right hand behind you, and use the placement of the arms like that to help spin the body into a nice gentle twist. We're trying to keep the legs more or less where they were. It's the rib cage and the torso that's spiraling around. Again, we're not taking too much work into the shoulders. This is simply a placement of the arms. The spine's still getting dropped down with gravity. Another good breath from here. And then switch it out. Right hand in front of you, left hand behind you. And feel yourself spiraling to this direction. Good, as you release this one, bring both hands behind you and start walking them as far away as you can reach with nice long arms. Feel the shoulders stretching, feel the whole spine arching very comfortably. Enjoy another wonderful inhale. The next exhale. And then start to release. Perhaps give yourself 3 or 4 more breaths simply to hang the spine heavy. When you're ready to come up, we go nice and slow. That way we don't get a head rush. Grip onto the fabric, gently release the legs. Take a floating child pose. Hook the elbows and start to wiggle the shoulders forward. Simply let the head dangle. Maybe even circling the neck left and right. Giving the neck gentle stretches. As you feel like it's safe to sit back up, begin to rise. Take the right arm and cross it all the way on this left side of the fabric. The arm's still straight. Left hand grabs onto the left side to help us rotate our shoulders forward. That helps to stretch that right shoulder out. Good. From here, release the left. The left arm, circle it behind the head, coming into a nice spinal flex. release. Second side, the left arm hooks on the back right part. Right hand simply grabs on and helps you rotate your shoulders forward. Release the right arm, swing it around to hook on the back side of the head, to spiral the spine. Good. As we release, bunch up the fabric to this right side. Lock the arm straight. This creates a little bit of space for the right leg to swing all the way up and over. Once you're straddling here, hook each heel into the fabric. Straighten out each leg into this wide angle position. Posture's trying to go nice and tall. Hands are actively pushing outward to spread the legs wide. Give the arms a little break as you bring your feet together. A simple cobbler's position, a nice meditative space. Use this moment in meditation to feel yet another moment of gratitude. What is something that you're grateful for? Maybe it's another part of your physical body, or perhaps something very different, a recent memory that's gone through your experience. As the legs go back out wide, we grab our hands on. The arms are actively pushing out. And then from here, the legs resist that action of the arms. The legs are stronger, so you're able to slowly squeeze both legs together. Good. Release the legs. The arms get to spread out wide again and resist it closed. Take 3 more of those. 3. 2. And 1. Great work. From here, we're going into a position with both legs on this fabric in front of us. So start off by freeing out each shin. What I like to do is place one of my hands on the fabric directly in front of my face. Lock the arm straight. That's the middle, so that's the placement for the foot. So the opposite foot from the hand comes up exactly where the hand was. From here, second foot comes up right next to the first. And from this place, try to straighten the legs all the way up. Depending on your flexibility in this moment, they may be able to go all the way straight. If not, no pressure. And start to become more aware of the hamstrings. Think of all the work that our hamstrings do for us every day. From walking to rising off of a chair, to helping us remain with tall posture. Feel this wonderful gratitude for these legs that are long out in front of you. And in return, they're feeling grateful for you for helping them to have a moment to stretch here. So from here, slide the bottoms of the feet together. The knees go wide, very much like a cobbler's toes. Only this time, the feet are being pressed in inward toward the pelvis area. Your hands, you've got options. They can simply rest, or you could be actively pushing. It just depends on what's most helpful here. Enjoy another wonderful inhale. A good exhale. And let's begin to free out our legs. They're both going to the front side. Take a moment to shift the hips left and right until they're nice and even in front of us. And then from here, grabbing onto the fabric, lift the hips right up and out. You're grabbing the fabric, placing it right up to the armpits. Walk back until all the slack is out of the fabric. And then from here, bending the knees, we're coming into the shape of sitting in a chair. You are hanging by your armpit, so if it ever gets too intense, you can simply straighten the legs back. But as much as possible, try to shift it around to be in a good, comfortable spot. Maybe even keep your grip on. But ultimately, we're trying to allow the hips to drop down, completely free hanging, essentially. You feel that good relief down in the sacrum. And you're welcome to just stay in stillness here or add motions. Some options you've got are taking the right ankle up onto the left thigh for a little while. Switching over to the other side. My personal favorite, simply drop both knees over to the right and the left. Good. Let's straighten the legs back. You've got a couple of choices. The arms can either stretch up overhead and arch back like a nice back bending shape, or you can clasp the hands behind your back and pull backwards into a nice shoulder stretch. Good. Head comes back up. Walk the feet backwards until you can stand all the way up. Free out the arms. Take the fabric in front of you. Grip on. We walked right up to the plumb line again. Grip on about as wide as shoulders. And then lean forward. We have this nice 90-degree angle in the hips. So add a few moments and a few movements to what feels good. This might be wagging the hips. You could sway. You could do a nice cat-cow, rounding up and down. Take about 3 more breaths with whatever you're doing here. Good. Ultimately bend the knees and rise up. From here, we're heading into a nice inversion. Take the fabric behind you. Just like we did before, take it to that back side of the belt line. Hands are actively pushing down so the fabric doesn't slide up from that point. 1 foot steps back so that we can lean back into the fabric, locking it in place. A couple of tiptoes forward brings you back under plumb line. And then slide the hands up, swing the knees wide, and come into that beautiful inverted state. Keep the left ankle hooked just as it is. Extend the right leg out to the side. Rotate it to the space behind you. And then bending the knee. Right hand grips onto the right ankle. As you pull it in, you feel a nice quadricep stretch. Switching out the grip, left hand grabs on, and then right hand spirals all the way around in front of you, bend to the left for a nice spinal twist. Good, release the hands, but leave the leg dangling behind you. Reach up, grab the fabric, even walking your hands above this left shin. And pause here in this dangling space for a moment. This gets some blood back into our head. And when you feel safe to stand, this left knee needs to squeeze to the midline. And then we continue to tilt forward. The knee is caught as we're up to this nice standing position. So from here, gripping the hands onto the fabric, slide a little bit more fabric under that knee. This hikes the knee up high, and then the right arm locks straight so that the knee is stuck in that position. From here, the right hand tries to grab onto the foot, the ankle, or the shin, and we try to extend that left leg to a nice high angle. Okay, bending the knee. The fabric goes around the left side of your body. So this brings us to the nice warrior one position. Maybe a tiny hop back, flat hands go onto the fabric, thumbs hug around, lean forward. Beautiful lunge. Return back. Slip it down to the ankle, slide the hands up, and we're taking a split. So just continue to play with it here. How deep is your body willing to open right here, right now? Good work. Coming out, we're gonna head to the second side. So take the fabric behind you again. Same steps, fabric on that back side of the hips. Lean back, tiptoe forward, and rock the legs. Again, a few breaths just to simply get used to the inversion. This time, right ankle stays, left leg goes long. Rotate through the socket and bend the knee. Left hand grabs onto left ankle first, pulling it in for a nice quadricep stretch. And then switch it out, right ankle grabs on, left arm rotates through the front and then points over to the right part of your body. Good. As you release, grab onto the fabric. Walk your hands above that foot and simply dangle for a moment so the head gets that blood. And lock it straight, no matter how high the angle of that leg is. The right hand grabs the foot, ankle, or shin, and begins to extend the right leg straight. Good. When you let it bend back down, the fabric goes around the right side of our body, and suddenly our thighs captured in front of us. So flat hands high, thumbs hug around. Start to sink your weight forward. A chance to get into that psoas, maybe even the calf. A couple of muscle groups we haven't touched on yet. Feel gratitude for those areas of the body as well. Great work. Come back, slip down to the ankle, reach the hands up high, and start to take that splits action forward. Just play with it. How deep is this side happy to travel? Okay, when we come out, free out the ankle, and let's head on in for our final Shavasana. Find the front part of the fabric, wave it left and right once again. Hook the thumbs, take your 5 grips of fabric, and then head on in. Legs in, head in, comfortable open Shavasana. We got a few minutes here. Try to let these ideas of gratitude permeate your experience. It's as if one day it's possible with every breath that flows into our body to express a whole different gratitude. From here, start to deepen the inhales and the exhales. Extend the arms to the space behind you. Let the shoulders go right and left. Perhaps you take a fetal position today, maybe 3 times curling in and arcing back. Switching over to the second side, 3 times as well. Beautiful. Gradually begin to work your way up to a seated place. Take a wonderful inhale and an exhale to simply feel this gratitude. So grateful for our hammocks, for our bodies, for our life. Everything may not be perfect, but it's brought us to exactly where we are right now. We have a lot of place to go, but this is a pretty awesome moment right here, right now. So with this thought to carry us on, Let's wrap up the time we got to share together with the sound of a silent Om. The Om taking the duration of your entire exhale. Inhale together here. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.